Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now let's move to the part 2. So in this chapter you will learn about resistance, series, parallel, branch, node and loop. In the last video you learned about Ohm's law, right? So Ohm's law. So what is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. So when you push the voltage, there will be the current, but your resistor here will limit the current. That is the first part. So the second part here is about nodes, branch and loops. So what is branch, what is node and what is loop? So branch represent a single element. So in your circuit you will have voltage, you have inductor, you have resistor and your capacitor. So this is what we call a single element. So each single element represent one branch. Okay. The second one is the node. So what is node? So let's say you have two two element here, resistor. So and it is connected. So means this is one node and this is another node. The here means two nodes. The connection between two or more branch. Then the last one, what is loop? So let's say again you have the same circuit. This is what we call a closed path loop. So now, what is series and parallel? So series and parallel, what are their difference? So you know we have a resistance in series and resistance in parallel. So from the definition, series means it exclusively share a single node. So let's say you have here R1 and here you have R2. R2, right? So when this resistor is sharing the same, what is node? Node is the one that is connecting a different branch. So here you have a two branch. So the one that is connected here is what we call node, nodes 1. So when the node is shared between two elements, we call this one series. And they are having a same current. So let's say here is 2 ampere. So the current across your R2 is also 2 ampere. What about parallel? From the word parallel, it say it connected to the same two nodes. So let's say here we have R1 and then we have another one here is R2. Okay, so how many nodes that we have here? We have two branch here, R1 and R2, and the above one here is one node and the below one here is another node. Okay, so when these two elements R1 and R2 are connected to the same two nodes, means at the node 1 and node 2 they are having the same node. If we represent this like this, so this is R1, this is R2. So both end is connected to the same nodes. So we call this one parallel. Okay. And in parallel circuit, they are having a same voltage. So let's say the voltage here is 2 volt across this branch, and we have another here will be also 2 volt. So they are having the same voltage. So let's see this example. Okay. Determine how many branch and how many nodes. So how many branch you have here? You have 1. Branch is element, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 ohm and 5. So your branch here is equal to 5. How many nodes? So what is nodes? Nodes is the one that is connecting two branch. So this here we have branch 1 and branch 2. The one that is connected here is node 1. How about this node? So the one that is connecting 5, 2, 3 and 2 ampere is the whole node here. So this is node number 2 and the last one here is node number 3. So we have 3 nodes here. Now let's see where is this element that is having series and parallel. So the series means what? The one that is share. So if you have the keyword here, share the node. How about parallel? Both nodes need to be connected together. Okay, so the one here where you see is sharing the nodes. So the one that is sharing the nodes here is Okay, the one that is sharing the nodes here is between 10 volt and 5 ohm. So we can call 10 volt and 5 ohm are in series circuit. How about parallel? Parallel means it share the same node at both ends. This is the first end and the second end. So means 2 ohm is parallel to 3 ohm and also parallel with 2 ampere. So these three elements are in parallel. Okay. Now if you redraw the circuits, so means this 5 volt and 10 volt here are in series. They are sharing. But this 2 ohm, 3 ohm and 2 ampere, they are they are connected at the same node at both ends, node B and node C. So we call this one parallel. Okay. Now let's move to the second example. How many branches? So what is branch? Is the element. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this is 7 branch. How many nodes? How many nodes? So this is one node. Okay. The whole here is actually one node. The whole here is node number 2. Here is node number 3. And the below one here is node number 4. Node means the one that is connecting the branch. So we have 4 nodes. Identify which are the element that is in series. Series means what? The one that is sharing the nodes together. So if we see here, is there any series? Yeah, this part. So the one that is in series is 30 volt and 10 ohm. Why it is in series? Because they are sharing the same nodes of node 3. Okay? Okay, so I hope you can follow. Okay, next is parallel. Okay, how about if we say 30 and 20 ohm here? Are they series? When I say series, it only it shares the same nodes, right? So if you redraw here, this is 2 ampere and here is 30 ohm and then you have 20 ohm. So this is not series. 20 and 30 is not series because you have another branch here. When talking about series, the current need to be the same. If here is 1 ampere, here also need to be 1 ampere. And it cannot be here because we have another branch, another line here, right? So this is not series. So which one is series? Only 30 and 10 ampere. Which one is parallel? So parallel means it need to connect both node, both point and at the same node. So you can say 2 ampere and 30 ohm are parallel. Okay. What else? We have 60 ohm parallel to 40 ohm. So these are the elements that are in series and parallel. Okay, last one. How many branch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 5 branch. How many nodes? So this is the first node, second node, and finally the third node. So your node is 3. Which one is parallel? Parallel means both ends need to be connected together, right? So you have 1 to 2 is parallel, and also 10 volt to 4 ohm it are also parallel. So I hope by the end of this video, you can identify what is parallel, what is series, because this is very important for you to analyze the circuit after this. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Assalamualaikum.